Here's the 7 most common things that I see with men who I would consider simps. And you'll see this with guys in public. You'll see this with people that you know, wherever you may see it. The first thing is you'll see is PDA, public displays of affection. Guys constantly reaching out for their girl, constantly trying to hold her hand, constantly trying to touch her. Oh, I just always have to touch her. Like, you look pathetic. Cut that crap out. There's no reason to be constantly looking for attention. Some girls don't even like that. Some girls don't like PDA. Plus, on the upside, when you don't give her contact, it allows other girls to think you might be a little bit more available, because that will kind of stir her a little bit, right? She wants to know that other girls want you. She doesn't want to be with a guy that nobody else wants, right? They might say, oh yeah, I don't want other girls. Girls want to be with a man who other girls want and crave, right? You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy that's constantly chasing her, holding her hands, all this crap. Secondly, communicating more than her. You want to make sure that you're not communicating a lot more than she is. Usually you can just do 2/3. Now, don't be autistic about it. You want to communicate about 2 messages for every 3 of hers, or however you want to do it. And obviously there's a lot of nuance to this, so I'm not going to dive into it too much. But if you're constantly over communicating and sharing your feelings and talking about emotions and things like that more than her, you got some problems. You got some things to work on. The third thing is caring more than her. Like, if she doesn't care about something, but suddenly you're like really, you really, really care about it. So let's say like, I don't know, football maybe. I'll just use football as an example. Let's say you guys go to football games and then, your team loses and she's a little upset, but you're like crying and whining and just like wrecks your day. I used to do this, right? Like, I did this years ago. It just like kind of ruined my day if they lost. But you're going to care, if you care about something a lot more than her, it's going to create problems, because then she sees that you're weak. Your core is weak, right? Like, you're movable. She wants to know that she's with a guy that's immovable to an extent, that understands emotions, but doesn't have to necessarily, be a dictator over them. The fourth thing is buying too much random crap for her, especially if she's not returning the favor at all, right? And even if her love language is gifts, you might just get random things. And I'm not saying don't get your girl gifts. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you're constantly like, you go out of your way to buy something for her, you go out of your way to buy something for her again, you're at the grocery store, you buy more things for her, and then you go out of your way to buy things for her again, and you do this like 5 or 6 times in a week. This goes back to caring more and doing more than she's doing. She's going to eventually start treating you like a fan. That's how she's going to look at you, because you're always buying her things, right? You're trying to win her approval. Like, who does that? It just doesn't look good. They don't like it. Fifth thing, too much compliments and praise. Now, I give my girl compliments, right? And I think it's good to give people compliments, especially when it's due, but it has to be earned. You can't just say, oh, you look so pretty today. Oh, you look beautiful today. And say, that's okay, right? But you don't want to be saying this all the time. I'll see guys, yeah, she looks so beautiful, right? Every morning, right? And even when she knows she's not looking good, and you still say, oh, you're looking so beautiful. No, same thing. There's a little bit of nuance here. You got to use your brain a little bit. But the key point to understand is don't be excessive about it. Like, you don't need to compliment her every day. Make sure she earns it. And if she looks like crap, it's perfectly okay to say that. Like, you guys are in a relationship. There's no reason you need to like stroke her ego every single day. Cut it out. Nobody likes it, right? She's going to start treating you like a fan again, because you're a simp. All right. The next one is a big one. This is number 6. Number 6, prioritizing her needs over your own. Now, this is a big problem because a lot of guys do this, right? He might not want to do something, but then he's going to do it for her. And yes, that's okay periodically, but then it'll happen over and over and over. Or maybe she's working a job and he feels like his job just isn't as important, right? So he'll just quit his job, and then he'll be like house dad. That's not good. You don't want to be in those shoes, right? She's going to have all the power over you, and she's going to be able to, she's going to not respect a man that is going to prioritize her needs over his. And I actually have a story about that, but that would go on for a little bit. All right. The last thing we want to do, this is number 7, and this is a big one. This is a really big one. It's really important to understand that you can't start defending her actions every time she breaks a boundary, right? So what happens is frame is going to be lost and your relationship respect is going to be lost if you keep defending her actions. She texts some guy and you don't like that stuff, but then you defend it. Well, he was just an ex-boyfriend. I've heard that before. I'm sure you have friends that have done that too. Or maybe, what else is it? Oh, he's just a coworker. Why is he texting her at 11:30 p.m. at night? No, 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 no. That's not how these things work. So if you find yourself constantly defending these actions, she's going to think you're a simp. She's going to know you're a simp, but she's going to keep doing it. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. So make sure you correct these 7 things right away, or your relationship's going to just head for the gutter. And it might take a couple years, but it will happen.